We are back with Gallop Racer 2004. As I've said before, always different intros here with this game. Welcome back to the most watched gaming series on this channel. We have a lot of horses, a lot of racing. It's been about three and a half weeks for me, so forgive me if I'm a little bit rusty. But actually, it's ironic. Even with all these horses now, I'm actually starting to remember them more and their performances. I think because they're all so unique. I think that's the key. The more unique horses we have, the easier it is for me to memorize them. If they're all just kind of blending together and behaving like the same exact type of horses, then I probably won't be remembering. So I know we're GWS hunting a lot here. Let's see who we need to focus on. Little Vixen in the mile. Or excuse me, the GWS Sprint. That's the World Mile Cup, but she's in the GWS Sprint. We have Vivid Eyes in the World Turf, so that means she's chasing the Turf Series. And thought we had somebody else in the Turf as well. We have Delta Dream in the Dirt, which this guy is just absolutely just annihilating on the dirt, man. 6 wins, 6 grade 1 wins, I should say. 90 speed, Delta Dream doing the thing. So yeah, I guess that's all we're doing for now, but let's get back into it. I've been playing 2003 for the last couple of weeks, so I hope there's not a major adjustment period, since the games do play different. I don't care what anybody says, they play different. It's quite noticeably different. You know what I mean? In terms of the mechanics and everything. Point Black, our 2-year-old filly. She's up here in a open, going 7 furlongs. She is the favorite. As she should be. And there is our goal. Our girl. Blah. Why did I say our goal? Point Black. Still don't virtually know anything about her. She is a turf horse. She has last corner leader and close race okay. From Diamond Plan out of Toxic Blonde. And she looks nothing like either of her parents. That's how it seems to work sometimes with horses in this game. Either they really look like their parents or there's no similarities at all. And you're just like, how did the game create that? Obviously it happens in real life, but it's always a thing in this game where like our horses, it always seems like it's really a 50-50 of whether or not they'll look like the parents. You know, it's as if like the game is just constantly creating new horses completely from scratch, which I'm okay with. Again, it's that whole uniqueness thing I talked about, right? It's all of that. So, there we are with Point Black. I was going to say something, but I can't remember. I don't know if it's going to be about tack or related. Nobody's really taking the lead here. It's just kind of annoying, so I'm just having to keep her here because, like, they want to run 5 wide out there for no reason at all. Obviously, we're not going to partake in any of that nonsense. We're going to move her in. She's got 2 7s, looking good. Don't even really have to move her that much. She's already kind of going on her own. Now we can go. Revolution. We didn't get it, but Point Black. Again, from Diamond Plan, out of Toxic Blonde. Blowing this field away. And the thing is, when Toxic Blonde would win her races, she would win them like this because of her speed. Now, I don't know what Point Black's speed rating actually is, but I hope it's decent. Yeah, that's a heck of a win for an open. Blows that away by several lengths. Girl getting the job done and making it look easy. Let's go. What a great first time win there. Or second, third. Actually, no, probably third at this point. I forgot how many times we've raced her. Regardless, it should be another win. I don't think that's her first time. I'm just saying that just because it's been a while. I think, though, some of these horses, actually, some of our 2-year-olds aren't racing until now. So maybe, I'll have to check. I can't remember. Storm Owl. He's up here in an open. Have I raced with you before? Especially finished 6th? Yeah, we have. Okay. So, power, feel, heart. Whatever, as far as the stats. But you see the bar if you can. It's basically at the middle of the graph, which means he still has a while to develop. He's from Golden Boy, out of Chasing Hearts. Pretty nice growth type, so that should give us some longevity. And he should be really interesting long term. Golden Boy and Chasing Hearts. We know what Chasing Hearts was about. Our first Hall of Fame original mare. And Golden Boy was Golden Boy from Western Tiger. So, yeah, we'll see how this goes. Let's see if we can try to pick up some momentum here with Storm out. That is the goal, that is the plan. Here we go. Still don't know where he wants to be, how he wants to start the race. Probably should just run him as a procedure and then see what that does for us. It usually, to me, is the best rule of thumb. You could run to the middle, but that doesn't really tell you much. If I run him as a procedure and he doesn't do well with it, then I know I probably either need to have him in the lead or drop him a bit further back. But usually if you can run as a procedure and your horse wants to be obviously in the lead or somewhere else, you know, you're not so far back that you can actually kind of determine that. But if you run your horse in the middle of the pack and they want to be a leader, you're not, you know, it's going to be a little bit harder to feel that out from that point. But regardless, I'm hoping he's a procedure. Golden Boy and Chasing Hearts, he should be. He should be mid to procedure, but I think he's probably procedure most likely. So hopefully this is ideally where he wants to be. Again, we're not supposed to win this race, so see what we can make happen. Okay. We're a long and a half. Horses look like they're going to kind of blow past us. He's still hanging in there. There's Grit. Still fighting, but it's a tough race, and he's kind of going backwards now. And I overwhipped there, which doesn't help at all. I wonder if I overwhipped the other time, too. Huh. Yeah, a little bit uphill with Storm Owl so far, just because I mean, I need to know where he needs to run. Yeah, it's not a good race. It's not a good race, but game plan. Like, we have so many horses. Why I just don't want to take the time to go into, you know, single mode just to figure out their leg types. It's just, yeah, I don't have the time or the patience, I guess. First down dash, grade 3 for this filly. Now with her, we do have her leg type from Golden Boy out of Black Ruby. I think she's going to be really, really fun. Not going to give me a hard time. And knowing her leg type already, that's very nice. Now she does have a fast growth type, so her window to win is now. Right now. Alright, here we go. And it was. This grade 3 first down dash. Gonna go ahead and move her to the inside. She's not supposed to be leading, as long as somebody else takes the lead, which the 14 does. Empty plan. Gonna go ahead and go to the front. Works out for me. Works out for me. Riding pretty easy here. So I was going to say, when you guys want to move inside, that would be great. Thank you. So we're not running 5 wide still for no freaking reason. I wonder if they meant to, like, maybe fix that at some point, or if they actually coded the AI to be running that wide. Because the latter would make no sense, because that doesn't happen in real horse racing, usually. If they're running 5, 6, 7, 8 wide, it's just to establish position, and then everybody's immediately trying to essentially tuck in. You know, they don't stay 5 or 6 wide for half the race. Like, usually that does not happen. Somebody will move up or somebody will move back, but nobody's just staying 5 wide just to stay 5 wide. But it's our race to win here with first down dash. She gets last corner leader. Empty plan is going to try to go a different route. At first down dash, showing you her pedigree from Golden Boy out of Black Ruby. Running away with it. First down dash. Let's go. First down dash. Finishes in first place. It's going to be a lot of firsts for this filly of first down dash. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of wins. Pun completely intended, of course. 6th length winner over our movement. Double S on the spurt. That's what I like to see. Storm Owl, unfortunately, is not quite like that girl. So, That does say something. Little Mine. 2-year-old filly. This is really Kayla's horse. 8.5 furlongs on the dirt in liquor. And, oh, we actually know nothing. Is this actually her debut? Appears we know nothing about her. Seems about right. From former opera out of Moontrapper, I guess I'm tossing her straight into the mix here. And we're the second favorite. That's really pressurizing. Again, I'm going to have to assume she wants to run as a procedure. That's all I have to work with. But I can't completely rely on that because remember, former opera can run virtually anywhere. So maybe she'll inherit that. I hope so. Maybe she inherits some of his leg type where I can really kind of put her wherever I want and she'll be okay. Guess we'll have to wait and see. Wonder why I would toss her into a grade 1 immediately when I know nothing. Like, I know I've done it before, but it's like with a horse that I really want to like keep for a long time. I don't know if it's the most sound strategy, but the fact that she's already the second favorite says a lot. So again, it looks like maybe we'll have another great Moontrapper foal. Let's see. We are off with Little Mai here. And we'll see how she responds to this race. Again, I'm just kind of going to run her towards the front, not obviously challenging the leader. She'll be close. And then I won't have her so far back that I can't really see what she's actually capable of. And this is perfect. Let's just run her here. If she gets a 7, that means we're probably at least on the right path. No Z's. Like I said, I mean, former opera has the leg type of anywhere, so I'm kind of impossible for me to know right now. Like, I don't know what the game's going to give her. And like, if I were to watch the AI run her in single mode, that wouldn't really help all that much because, again, we don't actually... Former opera being her father does change things up. We don't know what type of leg type she will inherit. We could run the same race, and then the AI will run her once in the front, then in, behind. Like, and that, that won't help us. So we just kind of need to figure it out ourselves here. That's the main reason why I don't try to figure out my horse's leg type in single mode, because sometimes you don't really know, depending on the parents. It could be up in the air. But I ran her as a procedure, and she has plenty of stamina left to go. Who's that still keeping up with us? That's Blue Express. That horse is supposed to finish 7th and is driving on us. Come on, Little Mai, keep fighting. No. Oh, she loses the head-to-head. She tires out. Oh, man. It really looked like she was on pace to win and just... I don't know what they wanted me to do there. I mean, yes, I don't know where she's going to... Like I said, the positioning, that's... Nothing I can do about that. And because everything else failed, of course it's all going to be bad grades. We win that race, it's A's, S's, maybe even a double S. That's how the game works. Eminem's up. She's struggling to win now, so I'm probably just going to have to maybe drop her in class if I can for some dirt races until I have space to retire her for somebody else. That's what I was fearful of. I'm like, why did I put her in such a race like that? Like, that's not exactly the best time to try to figure out a brand new horse with her quality. I certainly hope I haven't lost her or Storm out. That'd be really depressing. And if I did, I might actually restart the app, but I don't know. Hopefully I didn't. I'm just going to be more mindful about how I race Storm out, and again, just not put our girl Little Mai in a grade 1 race, international at that, when I don't know a single thing about her. And especially when the game gives us second favoritism, and if we don't hit that, we don't hit our goal. I don't know what I was thinking last episode or the live stream in regards to putting her in that race right off the bat. Like, I could understand wanting to test her potential, but again, the fact that you can lose horses like that in this game, I probably should be a little bit wiser. Unless it's a horse I'm not too worried about losing. She's not a horse I want to lose. She's from former opera to Moontrapper, like Secretariat and Moontrapper of all horses. Like, I want to see what horse is capable of, so I guess we'll have to get it back next time around. Okay, slow start, but let's see. Might actually work out for us. She lost the head-to-head, but then she's still driving. Doesn't make sense. She's pulling away. I timed my spurt the same way I did in the last race, and somehow we finished in 5th, so I don't know. Literally pretty much the same track, same layout. I ran them both basically the same way. Just this time it actually amounted in a win when we weren't even supposed to win. How ironic. Supposed to finish in 2nd, possibly win that race last time out with Little Mai. I finished in 5th, and this time with my master, I was supposed to finish in 6th, and we get the dub. This might actually be the Dirt Champ title finally for her. But I still feel like I don't recall if I've gotten it yet. I don't know. I haven't. That's my one issue with her. I'm like, I want to retire her when I can, but like I don't even have a title to put her in the Hall of Fame. So Conquistador is up in the Hall Stakes. Just 10 furlongs, working on her mid-champ title. See if she can do that. Maybe. We'll see. Tigris Stone has a record here. That's the only thing about this game where you have so many horses and they're all racing the same day. It's like if you do want to redo a race, you're gonna have to redo everything, and it's like who has the time and the energy, right? At that point, you're just kind of like whatever. I just hate that like we can lose our horses that way. You know, I just wish it would have been more thought out. Like maybe the trainers give you a warning that they will take the horse away from you. We get no warning. They're just taken away from us in this game. A warning at least would show us, hey, you really need to be smart about your next race and how you ride them. Because if you're not, you may lose the horse. I think that would be way more beneficial. You know? Because in the real business world, like, I'm not saying it's never happened in history. Of course, I'm sure it's happened. But like in regards to the horse racing business world, owners and trainers are not showing up to people's places and just taking their horses by force with, you know, a SWAT team on standby. You know, like that's not happening. It's business. It's negotiations. Whoever's in the negotiation, buyer, owner, trainer, they are talking amongst each other. One is maybe saying, hey, I'd like to, you know, I would like to ride this horse. The other agrees. And then on the opposite end of that, maybe the conversation is like, I don't want you to ride my horse anymore. But like the conversation is happening, okay? It's not just being completely done in silence. They're not sneaking into the barn to take the horses away. That's how it's done in this game. They're really like sneaking into our barns and just taking our horses away without giving us any warning. It's actually really invasive. And it's annoying. Soy Conquistador, she's fighting for her life to win this race. She is fighting. She is fighting. The 10 is closing. She's tired. She's still got a long way to go, and that's it. Here comes the rush from the field. And what, gosh. Why is that happening? Oh, why is that happening? I can win an easy race, you know, with first down dash, and then, yeah, and then that happens, like, and then my master, you know, I can win a race with her. Like, what? I don't get it with those horses. Yeah, that 8th should have been a win. Little Mai, I mean, I don't know anything about her. Her light type would have helped us better there. Storm Owl, like, that was a very up and down week. We either won or we finished way outside the money, but thank goodness, Eminem, she finally got her Dirt Champ title, what I was hoping for the most. Thank goodness. Finally, she's got a title. She's got a title. Now, we still have all of our horses. That's also fantastic. Are they going to tell me anything about Little Mai? Of course not. Just won't put her in a grade 1. I'll put her in an open. That's the thing. If that was an open, even as badly as she, you know, kind of ran, I probably still could have won that open with her. You know, the grade 1, it wasn't going to happen if I didn't have her at least in the right place. So at least now we can try to make that happen. No. Gosh. Yes. Perfect. So she is a dirt horse. I don't know what her turf rating is. Well, obviously she's a dirt horse. 9 furlongs minimum. Okay. Well, something to work with there, at least. Storm Owl, I don't know your deal. Got to do better with you. Yeah. Only 2 races, so we still really don't know anything. I'm just going to kind of let the AI pick their races. I mean, they're not ready. With the exception of first down dash. She's ready to go. Clearly. Clearly, she's ready to go. So. Yeah, no grade 1 victory yet, but we'll get there. We did lose out in that Dublin when she was supposed to win, I think. But again, I don't know where she wanted to be. Let's put her in the Young Crown Cup. No, actually, wait. No, I think that'd be okay. What's her last win at? 9 furlongs. Yeah, we'll put her in the Young Crown Cup. She clearly has the stats and the strength and the speed to win. I just, need to make sure I continue to focus on that from this point onward. So that's what we'll do with her. All right, so still some more racing to come. My master finally getting her first dirt title. 7 grade 1 wins out of 11 starts. So actually a pretty solid statistical career in that case. And yeah. Just glad she finally has that. So I don't even know what to do with her now anymore. Probably just going to put her in a race later because she's got a title. That's all I really wanted. She can't get into the GWS. Put her in a race in February. Easy tune-up. And we'll go from there. So let's continue to roll on along.
Okay, we're back. So I probably should have said this earlier, but these episodes are probably going to start and end at random times, kind of. I'll just include my outro. Just because I don't know how I'm going to split them up for you guys. So like I said, do expect shorter episodes, but I'll make sure to obviously have them on a consistent schedule. And once I figure that out, I'll probably post it in the Discord, so make sure you join. And if not, I'll post it here on YouTube as well, maybe at the end of one of the recent videos or whatever. So, yeah, we still have a lot to do and figure out. We got Eastern Knife. We have so many horses now. Like, look how long this bar is getting. Now, granted, a number of these horses will be retiring within the next year or two. I cannot believe Valley King is still not double S. Like, that's insane. Like, he's on a winning streak. He's got 8 grade, like, we've hit double S just for winning 1 grade 1. And now it's like, oh yeah. Game just doesn't want Valley King to, like, be that horse. It doesn't make sense. So this is the next day, by the way. So I was really tired at the end of the last session. You guys could probably tell. I'm like, I just need to go to bed, and then I'll pick it back up later. So that's what I'm doing. We're up in the 7 furlong Aquarius here in Paris with my bomb. We're not good odds here today. Still have to beat 2 horses somehow. What's the deal? Did I get a title for him already? Because why do I have him in a turf race? Huh. Maybe I wanted to try him out on the turf? I can't remember it since it's been like 3 weeks. I mean, he's a good horse. We should be able to beat at least 2. Just kind of keep him out of the way for the most part. Let's see. Let's see where he wants to be in this grade 1 7 furlong Aquarius Stakes. Alright, he wants to run Procedure, so to be honest, I'm just going to run him. I'm going to run him more like a mid-leg type of runner. Just to try to save some stamina for him, because, I mean, he has an okay turf rating, so that's better than most horses. Most horses, if they're really good on turf, or dirt, in this case, my bomb, if they're great on dirt, their turf rating is, like, pretty bad. His is at least okay, so it means, like, he's not going to be as strong as he is on the dirt, but he can still be competitive in the right situations, so it's kind of my goal with this guy. And it'd be good to know if he can win on the turf, because then we can chase titles at that point too. So we're going to hold a little bit late on the spurt, but I want to make sure we're going to be there at the end. Remember, we still have to beat 2 horses, so it's better that we start later and we have more to go. And he's actually fighting really well here. My bomb driving less than a furlong to go now. We're closing in, man. This dude, and gosh, stretch burst would be so crucial to have right now. My bomb rolling. Oh, what a race. Imagine, I really could have gotten him going a bit sooner, but that is a fantastic result. So he's actually pretty decent on the turf. I mean, that's still an uphill climb for that last 2.5 furlongs. And finished on the podium, basically in third, behind Rude Death and Recent Tycoon. So, gave us a double S for the spurt. So, yeah, that's good to know. I mean, we could maybe still get him a title on the turf. We can get him all-rounder for sure. I don't know if he'd be better suited for a longer distance turf race, though. That was a sprint at 7 furlongs. So I'd have to figure that out, but it's good to know. Oh, wow. Here we go again. Pink is no longer attracted to us. Is it the silk colors because I changed them? It doesn't matter. She's... like, why is that a thing in this game? She's upset because I'm not racing with any of... Because I'm not racing with Golden Time. Like, I don't know what to tell you, Pink. You just don't have any horses I like right now. Like, I'm not just going to race on one of your horses just to race on one of your horses. Like, they have to be a good horse that I want to work with, at least. Whatever. You're not going to like me. Like, who cares? You always end up doing that. Alright, let's get my bomb in another race. Unbelievable. So, what have we done with you? 2 grade 1s. I'm assuming both on the dirt. It's actually been a minute since he's won. Mars Stakes at 8. So he actually has a grade 1 on the turf. Alright, so I guess I can didn't even know that. So that's good to know. I mean, we can just now run him in the dirt when available, but Osaka Classic, he'll be in the green for that, but he's still strong enough where we should be able to win it, because these other races are GWS, and I don't want to put him in those, so I'll run him in the Osaka Sprint. I mean, he can handle it at 6. Yeah, he's still 88. He's still fast enough. We can maybe get him another grade 1 and go from there. But yeah, that was a strong effort there on the turf, so like I said, it's good to know. I don't know how much more I'll be able to do with him, because he's already technically peaked. So, yeah, I mean, but there's still a couple of studs back there we need to get rid of soon, so he can always replace one of them. It doesn't mean we have to use him for breeding, just replacing whoever I don't use the upcoming season. So, we're with our girl Frugal Lark here in the England King Stakes, grade 1 territory, 10 furlongs. Second favorite behind Pure Ruin. Okay. I mean, not being biased, I think Frugal should be the favorite because she's still at her peak. Like, it looks like it's dropping a bit, the bar, but she's still technically at her peak, and still think she's a better horse than Pure Ruin. The only thing is she's losing her speed, but she's still solid in the other category. She's still got that great heart rating, so that's going to keep her in races all the time. It's kind of the good thing about a horse with a high heart rating. Like, even if when their stats start to drop, they'll still be competitive and they won't give up on you in races because of their heart. So you still have a chance to, you know, get some positive results with them even once they're past their peak and their stats are really kind of falling off. See, a horse who has stats falling off with a bad heart rating, you know, it's going to be a waste of your time because that horse is not going to be competitive in any way. Stats dropping, not going to be competitive. No heart, no guts to compete, not going to be competitive. So, like, you know, why would you continue racing the horse at that point? If you're not still winning with it at the same level. Obviously, if you're still winning, it doesn't matter, right? But usually a horse with bad stats, with declining stats and a bad heart rating, once they hit their peak, that's kind of it, you know, like, you can't really squeeze anything else out of them. But horses with a good heart rating, you can still race for what? You know, over a year. 10 horses and happy there. Running easy with Frugal Lark. And I'm just going to keep her at this pace. We really don't need to do anything. Where's Pure Ruin at? Proceeder, 3 horse. Is that Pure Ruin all the way back there with Capono? Well, that horse better hope he gets space. That's kind of a tight spot to be in on the rail, I think. Yeah, that horse is kind of stuck in traffic, so maybe that'll work in our favor and we can really just kind of run away with this. Granted, I still think we're going to win, but, you know, Weird things happen in Gallop Racer when I'm playing sometimes. Ah, I thought she had the Rebel, but she gets grit, and she can pull away now. I don't even have to put her on their whip that much. Pure Ruin got shuffled. Yep. I knew that spot was really bad to be. I'm like, where's that horse going to get the space? Now, driving up now, coming behind us, but it's going to be too late, man. If that horse would have had clear space, Pure Ruin possibly could have gotten us, because that horse is faster. Really started to close there, but yeah, it was too late. Another grade 1 victory for Frugal Lark. I don't even know where she's at right now, but she just continues to win. That's what she does. Can't wait to use her for breeding. Because obviously if you're watching our 2003 series, she's giving us pretty good horses. So, yeah. Easy there, clear eccentric ship by 2.5 lengths. Ideal race. That's what Frugal Lark does. That's why I love her. She is a reliable, easy horse to win a lot on. And her high heart rating does really make her a blast. I do like horses, obviously, with you. I talk about it all the time, right? Horses with heart and guts. Makes them competitive, you know? So then you get really good racing. A horse with, you know, a bad heart rating, they're going to give up, and you're never going to really have those fights, right? Some of those close neck-to-neck, nose-to-nose type of finishes. Those are exciting races to have. So a horse that wants to compete and be there makes playing the game a lot more enjoyable. So, another grade 1. It's heavy in the international scene in October. Paris Royal Stakes, 15.5 furlongs with a girl Bay City, and she's the heavy favorite. Closest is Nervous Heart, so she's really like an endurance horse. I did not expect her to be that. I mean, yeah, I'm not worried about a single horse in this field. Major Show is good, but I mean, we're heavily favored. Like, from He's Stargazing at a Moon Trapper, I did not expect her to be this strong, like from an endurance standpoint. We don't know her braking rating, but you know, she'll be hitting her peak, I think, next year. So yeah, I don't think any of her stats are gonna hit the 90s, but with her pedigree, she's really strong, man. She's got Desert Diver, and I think Western Tiger both in there. She's got Aunt B. Yeah, she has a really strong pedigree. So her last ability is probably, gosh, what could it be from Stargazing? Stretch Burst Last Corner Leader? I forgot. Something else, not too crazy. But yeah, man, like, to be heavily favored to going 15.5, that's a pretty big deal. We haven't had like crazy endurance horses up until recently, and we're still not there yet. Butterfly Effect, she was good at running longer distances than 12. Same with Tigris and Galaxy Star, especially I think Tigris. She could run a little bit longer, or not Tigris, but Cleopatra. The Galaxy Star also had distance on her, so we're getting those type of horses. But 15.5, and to be such a heavy favorite, basically, you know, paying $150, like, that's even money. She's basically even money for this race. So, since it's such a long race, I'm literally just gonna have her hang out here in the back. And fortunately, she can run anywhere from last place up to behind the leaders. We can really run her anywhere, so that also helps. She's going to be a great broodmare, man. She's already doing so well. She's proving that she can run the distance because she has the stamina and the power to maintain it. So, like, horses we get from her are going to be really nice in that regard. And she has Last Corner Leader, Stretch Burst, and whatever that other latent ability is I'm just drawing blanks on. She'll have a lot of variety, you know? So, like, I would still prefer to have her in the middle of this pack, though, switching gears, but, you know, it's a long race. Yeah, like, Major Show could be decent there at the end if, like, we don't capitalize, sure, but that horse is still $7 further than us. It's just smooth sailing here with Bay City. She looks nothing like anybody in her pedigree, honestly. I don't know if there's a single horse that has this code, so she really came out unique. but I love it. We haven't had a horse like this in a while, and to have it actually be good. You know, these and dark grays are some of my favorites, which the whole gray discussion in horse racing, or just horses in general, is so back and forth. Like, some people would consider this a dark gray, and then, like, others would say no. I'm being neutral, I'm just saying, like, I always feel like I have to keep that in mind when I refer to just a horse that's dark or gray, because, like, you know, there's always a thing. Kind of feels like saying the wrong thing no matter what you say, but regardless, you know, I like to have a lot of horses, obviously, with different coats that we can race with, not just the same default, you know, whatever it is, whether it's a chestnut or, you know, you just don't want a whole bunch of that. At least I don't. I like having variety. Late start, but that's fine. I mean, she's right up here with the leader, so she can take off. Look at her go. Look at her go. She's got that power rating, and she's going to power through. Bay City. Unreal, man. 15 and a half furlongs. 11 horse. Who is that? That's Native Spring still keeping up with us. And that horse supposed to finish 6th. What an effort. Bay City making this look easy. I mean, she can I wonder how far she can go. Does she run, like, what's the longest race in the game? Isn't it 20 furlongs? Could she handle that? She was still getting stronger as she went. Moon Trapper is a Moon Trapper is a diamond in the rough for us in this game. Who would have thought the daughter from Aunt B would be giving us some of our best horses, original horses we've had in the game, that are winning by crazy margins and doing better than what we've done. Yeah. It's so tripped out to me, man. Because again, Moon Trapper's stats were average. She had a couple of good, you know, categories, and like I said, I specifically stuck her to grade 2s and grade 3s once she was kind of off her peak, and I still raced her for an additional 2.5 years. She was always so competitive because of her high heart rating, so she always finished in the top 5, or at least in the top 3, even if she couldn't win a race. So that helped us out a lot, man. And like, the fact that as a broodmare, she's, again, giving us such good horses. Like, you know, that's insane. Like, yes, we're using her with good studs, but she's giving us our best horses out of all the broodmares in the barn. Or she has, so far. Like, that's incredible. You know, Solo Rider, the first one to come from her. Best original horse so far we've had as far as his domination and his winning streak. And obviously others are getting there very closely as well. Like Solo Rider, we've only lost 2 or 3 races with him, or whatever it is. So I'm trying to see. I guess I'm working on a mid-champ title with her. I thought she had mid-champ already. I actually don't remember what titles you have. Yeah, so she has mid-champ. So what am I doing? Just running grade 1s with her? What's the point? I mean, she's 5 years old. It's a lot of titles she can't go for anymore. I mean, could we do like a long champ or something? It's like nothing really for her. I'm just gonna give her a layoff until next year because she can't do anything for now. So we'll run her in this grade 2, 11 furlongs. Kick off her year. Let's just see. In post, the fact that she's still heavily favored even for grade 2s, like, can't really do anything with her right now, honestly. Like, for her to have won so many titles in 2003, I just kind of feel like, what else could I realistically chase? This Winter GP? Let me keep that open for Bay City since she's close to a long champ title. Gosh, can I put you in anything frugal, like anything realistic? Handicap here? Okay, no. 122, that's a lot better. Maybe because she's running against the boys. I didn't check if that other grade 2 was just fillies and mares. She'll always be hit with a heavy handicap against just the girls, but as long as she's racing against some of the boys, we should be okay. Yeah, so Bay City, 10 wins out of 11 starts. This is what I mean. Moon Trapper, excuse me. Major River, I'm just looking at her name, but not her. Moon Trapper. She's giving us such consistent horses. Like, I haven't been able to win with our originals this well. Bay City. Vivid Eye, she's also from Moon Trapper, right? Now she's 9 for 17, but still, she's doing okay. Solo Rider, like I said, we've only lost 3 times with him, and he's finished in the top 2 his entire career. 19 starts, always in the top 2, with 11 grade 1s, from Moon Trapper. You know, like, she is giving us some of our best horses. That's wild to me. You really have to think about that and how we raced her. Then you don't need to win grade 1s all the time. Just have a horse that's really consistent. That, to me, I think matters a lot more for the game. Grade 1s are important if you can win them, but if you can't, like, you know, then, yeah, focus on just winning grade 2s and grade 3s, stacking wins. The game takes that into consideration all the time. Now, there's no more grade 1s for Bay City. Unless it's a GWS. Like, I forgot who I even have in the turf right now. Yeah, I actually haven't looked at this since the last episode. I probably should see what we got going on. So in the sprint, it should be a Little Vixen. I think we should have this pretty wrapped up. She's so fast. Vivid Eyes is the only one going for the turf. We're still 6 points off of that. Gosh, Bay City would have actually probably been good. And Delta Dream, he'll run away with the dirt. I mean, we've beaten Sedate Ruler in beauty value. So we should have the sprint and the dirt secure. The turf is still kind of questionable. But is it enough time to put Bay City in there to have her win out? Like, she would have to win. Win. What's her? Toughness is related to our heart rating. 55, yeah. She's not going to have enough time to recover in between races, I don't think. I mean, yeah, it takes her about 4 weeks, almost a full month to get back to blue, so I don't know what to do with her, man. Like, I don't want to really put her in a grade 2. I want her to do something competitive, but there's, like, nothing. She's like, oh, Winter GP. Yeah, I forgot. She is going for a lawn champ. What am I doing? I don't know what I was thinking of. Yeah, she doesn't have the lawn champ yet, does she? No. Actually, if she wins that Winter GP, she might get her first title. Close out her 3-year-old season. Yeah. So, yeah, who else is in her pedigree? So, yeah. Like I said, Western Tiger and Desert Diver both are her grandfathers. And then Lee's Gold and Aunt B grandmothers. Like, it's a decent pedigree here. This is actually a pretty nice family that I can try to build off of for sure. You know what I mean? So, I think I got everybody in a race, right? Who did I race with? Frugal, you're good. Bay City, and then my bum. Side band, okay. Yeah, so I think we're good. Alright. No, Tanaka, go away. You're always upset. Just because I never want to race you. It's like, that's not the plan, bro. It's not the plan, Tanaka. Speaking of Little Vixen, our fastest filly right now on track. She's up in World Mile Cup. 8 furlongs. It's going to be a tough race for sure. Bar Soul. Got to beat this horse, though. It's the thing. This is competition in the GWS Sprint, so we got to win this race somehow. I don't know how, but got to figure out a way to pull through. This Far Soul is quite heavily favored, in all honesty. Irish Song second. Kind of surprised. I mean, fourth is not bad, but she's... Again, the game doesn't really seem to take recent results into consideration because she's on fire, man. She's still fast enough to definitely win this race. There she goes, Little Vixen. Inside rail leverage would be greatly appreciated. Perfect. Already a good start for Little Vixen. Establish where I want to be at the rail. Yeah, we can kind of just sit and watch. Yep. Now, the rail isn't currently open for us to make a move, but at least we're here. So, just need to get the jump on the rest of these horses, and we should be able to bring this one home. It's Dean in front of us. I don't know what she's going to do. I kind of want to get to the outside because I feel like we're going to get blocked. Because that rail, there's not enough space down there, so we're going to have to kind of swing her out here. She lost the head-to-head. You're good, my girl. You're good. Run off this turn. That's you. That's you. Now it's a mad sprint to the end. Can she hold on? Oh, who is that closing? Who's closing on us? That's Far Soul. Come on, little Vixen. This is your competition. You gotta push. She's just gonna get it done. Oh, 10-9 fraction. Oh, man, and that last was so close. This is why I'm saying she's still fast, because without that speed, Far Soul is going past us. Oh my goodness, man. That's an awesome shot. The World Mile Cup winner, Little Vixen. That is an awesome shot right there. That might have to be the thumbnail because she is finding a way. She lost the head-to-head, got demotivated, and kept running. I don't even need to run a perfect race with her. That's how fast and still competitive she is. But we all remember Pink Gemstone, and that's exactly how her mother ran. So, Little Vixen, what a win. That should establish her lead a little bit more and give her more of that cushion. She's a future GWS Sprint champion. From one great original to another, Delta Dream in the World Classic, they're giving light gamble favoritism over us. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of cheesed by that. Kind of cheese, bro. Finally hits 90 speed, stamina 76, heart is 75. It's all he needs. Toughness and grit. This dude is the son of the late great Secretariat. And speaking of Pink Gemstone, that's his mother as well. So he comes from Pink Gemstone, out of Secretariat essentially, formal opera. Guy's a true dirt horse, man. Like, it's a blast. Like, I feel like I'm winning better with him on the dirt than I was with Secretariat. Which I suppose is the goal, right? It's the point of breeding. Take those really good horses, aka your formal operas, whomever. Use them to create stronger versions of their parents and their grandparents. Safe to say I think we've succeeded here with Delta Dream. Finally, we haven't had a dirt horse this good in this game ever. Original, I should say. And even still, I think his performance is better than even some of the in-game horses we've used. Like, he's just been lights out, man. Important race for him in the GWS Dirt, of course. We're in the lead, and we want to do what Little Vixen just did. Extend and establish more of a cushion for our lead to make sure we have that championship. Now, I'm dropping him back quite a bit because I'm trying to figure out what they're going to do. I would prefer not to run 4 wide to get around them. I don't think the inside is actually open like I want it to be, so I'm going to have to make an outside run. Especially since we are a closer. But these turns are pretty quick, so I'm going to have to make sure I get him up in position in time. Because, you know, we'll need to make sure we're making our move accordingly. I'm going to move him up now because, like I said, we're going to get around these turns pretty quickly. Okay. On the move. See, they're running 4 wide up here. I don't want that. Stupid Tanaka. Could you... Like, of course Tanaka's running 4 wide, bro. For no reason. Like, dude. I don't even know what you're doing. Alright, let's go. Oh, this is our game. Yup, there it is. He's so tough, man. Down the stretch we come with Delta Dream. It's just us and Tanaka on light gamble. Goodbye. 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 This is what the son of Secretariat can do, man. Run it off. Like I said, he makes it so easy, man. A true closer. He is a true closer. And another grade 1 win for Delta Dream, and he extends his lead in the GWS Dirt. What else do we need to say? Another great photo. Oh, Jockey's so excited. Of course, the game disrespecting us by putting Light Gamble ahead of us, not taking into consideration Delta Dream's recent race record. If it had been doing that, we would have been the favorite. Light Gamble would have been second favorite. Nonetheless, we get the win, so they can suck on that. Another big-time race with another GWS horse. We've bounced from the sprint category to the dirt, and now we're on to the turf. With Vivid Eyes, another daughter of Moontrapper. Third favorite, of course. The Gallop Racer committee is not too fond of our winning ways, so I always want to put us lower than where we should be, even though we end up beating those odds. Global Song is the favorite. Respect. I mean, that's a good horse. Miss Eyes. And she's, this is pretty much more or less as good as she was going to be. What was she? Like mid to high 70s. From Vivid Legend out of Moontrapper. A little bit lower on the speed end of things, but, I mean, she's 70s and everything for now. So we'll still be able to race with her for a bit, but I don't think we'll be able to go like beyond a year. Granted, could stick her to grade 2s and grade 3s if I still wanted to keep racing her, but she does have bears, and when it comes to breeding, I would still avoid to use that. I tried it with Vivid Legend, obviously, because he is a good horse that I achieved good things with. So you try getting something out of him, and you take into consideration, obviously, your horses will have bears. You just kind of got to work through that. But then some of my horses have also just randomly gotten it. She, of course, didn't have that case. She got it directly from her father. But we've had originals that get bears, and nobody in their pedigree has it. So, didn't mean to press A there. Don't know what happened. But we'll be okay. It's a long race anyways. I'll have to check her race record and see. I remember now. Actually, she has 4 grade 1s, so don't know 100% if I'm going to use her for breeding. She is, I think, 9 wins and 17 starts. So, she's honestly kind of doing how her mother did. It seemed like she was really going to be hot, from the beginning. And she kind of, I guess, hit her ceiling quicker than I expected. I thought she was going to continue to kind of grow. Didn't really happen too long, so like I said, I could put her in the grade 2s and grade 3s. I'm sure she could still probably be competitive and win most of those. But again, her stats are decent. I mean, at least stamina, speed, and power are going to be above 70, so those aren't bad. She has good heart too, 75. So yeah, those stats are okay. But again, ability-wise, she just has stretch burst and bears. I don't want bears on horses anymore, so do I want to use a broodmare that has it? Because I don't think any of our broodmares have the ability bears. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure none of them actually have it. So me putting her back there would kind of give me, I think it would give us a little bit of a headache, So I'm just kind of going to continue to race her. I could change my mind. That's why I'm saying don't take my word, word for word, because you guys know sometimes I say these things and I'll change my mind and then actually retire the horse because we have the space, or I'm just curious what their stats are. I don't know if I'm going to do that with her. I don't think so, but we'll see. She's got a long way to go, but we can make this work. Gotta go. That's Global Song. Move in. Can we get that horse? Nah. I would prefer to have been closer to the inside, but couldn't really help it. That's the only downside of this track. Like, these turns are super quick, so it's you don't have as much time to kind of move around the horse and get back to the rail. Like, it comes at you pretty quickly, so if you're not already there, you just kind of have to run in your lane until you get closer to the straight. Yeah, spurt wasn't the best, though. Like I said, I would prefer to have her on the inside, and I think she could have had a chance. Good effort, though. I mean, cleared second, but I don't know what that does for her in the turf. She'll either be tied or we might be in second, but let's see. So Little Vixen, 10-point lead now. She beat Farsol in that last race anyway, so she's clearing the sprint. And like Farsol is not going to catch up to us. Neither a Sly Attack, and Tender Value for some reason is just not racing or can't race enough. But that horse, kind of surprised he's not actually. He hasn't seemed to have raced in many, or he's not finishing high enough for points, which that doesn't make sense. So I just think AI aren't racing him, which is strange. Still tied with Deep Wonder here in the turf, though, for Vivid Eyes. I mean, the thing is, if I can win this championship with her, she gets into the Hall of Fame. That will help her breeding profile for sure, but, you know, again, like, I don't know, we'll see. And again, there are horses like her that I think aren't going to be worth breeding, and we still do it anyways, and sometimes we're getting really good horses from those originals. And Delta Dream is, yeah, I mean, we should win every category if we can kind of figure out a way to get a W with Vivid Eyes. Like, you look at her stats, I mean, oh, that's Soy Conquistador, no, Vivid Eyes here. She doesn't have a good temper either and feel, so like I said, she doesn't have great attributes I'm looking to use. We just want to check the pedigree out right quick. Yeah, she comes from she comes from Vivid Legend out of Moontrapper, who comes from Desert Diver out of Ant Beat. So, okay. It's not a terrible pedigree. So, which means if we use her for breeding, her foals will obviously inherit the rest of the pedigree we just went through. Desert Diver, Vivid Legend. But again, Bears, it's like, I really don't want that ability hanging around, man. It's kind of annoying. I only use it on Vivid Legend because I love that horse. I'm going to race with him regardless of whether he has it or not. This Continental Cup, that's going to be a tough 12 for her, but like, we have to do it. I'm kind of surprised. I wonder what my thinking was to putting her like in the GWS turf. Surely Bay City, I mean, she's working on a lawn champ title right now, and I still think she'll be competitive enough to win next year. Like, her 4-year-old season is when I think she'll go for it. I don't think any of the other girls are winning as consistently as her for that turf category. So that'll be her time to challenge. But yeah, we can start to kind of consider some of these horses for retirement, depending. Little Vixen is still winning, so until she stops, I'm going to keep running her. Who else do we need to put back in the race? Little Vixen, GWS Sprint. She is tired. She's been really working her tail off, man. She's not going to be 100% for the next sprint race, but I think we should still put her in it just in case, because we just need points. We just need points to secure it. So that'll be her last race in December. And then we can really give her a long layoff because she would have won the GWS Sprint. She'll be a Hall of Famer, and she'll be 5 years old. She'll officially be a mare, so I'll kind of be in a position to decide, I think, what we're going to do with her. Delta Dream. You've been working hard too, man. 8 wins and 10 starts, 7 grade 1s, on an undefeated, well, it's on a however many race winning streak right now on the dirt, so absolutely killing it, man. Delta Dream has been a blast. I could run him here or save him for like the last, is there another dirt? No, that is the last one. Wow. Yeah, this is actually, yeah, the last dirt GWS, so just run this race. He'll be in the green. Get some points just to secure his championship. Alright, so that's what we'll have going here. I think I'll actually do a proper outro. I'm going to continue playing so that way, you know, you'll have another video. Like I said, I'll see how much content I have, and then I'll spread them out accordingly just to make sure you guys are getting something. I know I've been a little lack on the content recently, but again, it's because I'm moving and switching jobs, so it's so much going on. Like I said, I won't have internet for a bit. I mean, I'll have like basic stuff. I mean, basic like Wi-Fi, but nothing to the point where I'm going to be able to like record and upload as I usually do. So I'll have to wait. But yeah, you guys will have plenty of content. Like I said, I'll figure out how to spread it out accordingly. So we'll come back. Still, gosh, we really we got through 4 weeks in an hour. That's kind of crazy. We've had that much racing. We've just barely gotten through it. We're not even through October yet. So we'll come back, finish the last week. Like, look, we have 5 races today. You know, that's what it feels like. Every week we're having like 3 or 4 races, but that's what happens when you have we have almost 30 horses. It's insane. And I'm not overwhelmed. It's still kind of surprising me. Appreciate you guys. Much love and support. But until next time, Horse Racing Gamer signing out. Hope you have a great, fantastic day. I shall see you later, and goodbye.